right, we've got 4 o'clock on the public meeting to order. Y'all bear with me as we adjust to all this. All right, so these call order. We've got draft minutes. We're going to sit around and provide any corrections, adjustments. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
All right, all in favor? All right. Next up, recognition of help, just with everything going on. Rob Nail and Blackland Water, and then Sean Bellow with the city of Rockwall have been really helpful in making sure that our water continues to flow, and we really appreciate their work and their efforts. They have other jobs that they have to do, but they've been great helping us, and I just wanted to say thanks. So thank you for their work. Next, a number of comments, and so just obviously there's a lot of folks here, and we'll listen to all of them on top. Please keep it to 2 minutes, and if you can, those in the back,
Go ahead and stand up.
keep it down where we can hear, and with that, I'll open it up for comments.
Good afternoon, Lauren Kidd at 31 Fireside Drive. I am a resident of McLendon-Chisholm. I'm also a past representative of the City Council of McLendon-Chisholm. On September 15, 2022, RCH Board President Jackie Pullen and Board Member Steve Hatfield asked to sit down with me and the NC City Administrator, Mr. Hildebrand. The meeting was called at their request. At the meeting, both stated they wanted to start the transfer of RCH to the City of McLendon-Chisholm. RCH believed the time was right and that the corporation responsibilities had grown beyond the capabilities of RCH. Nearly 1 year later, we are nowhere. Stop the fear-mongering that the city will only take care of city customers. That is not true, and you know it. We don't do it for fire protection, and we don't do it for water. However, I am 100% against the city citizens carrying a monetary burden like we do for fire service. And I am confident the city staff, the mayor, and the city council will look for a way to make this a fair and equitable service customer-wide. Get off the dime, act in the faith that the RCH board had intended, and stop shopping for other buyers. Conclude the transfers so the city can get this system up to the 21st century and service all customers. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess it's going to be me. So.
Adrienne, welcome. I'm currently the mayor pro tem of the city of McLendon-Chisholm. As former council member Lauren Kidd has made sure to bring awareness that there was a meeting that took place back in September. You were offered an asset transfer agreement, and that was done back in September of 2022. There was an item that was supposed to be done, which was supposed to have an election, and then in that election item that was supposed to include a ballot measure for transfer of assets. So as of May 24th, there was a resolution that was provided to each of you, whether it was through email or through the mail. We are offering a remedy, immediate remedy, to start as of tomorrow. We would like to see that you motion in favor for this so that we can move forward to do improvements for the pumping station, and also to get into operational agreements with authorized providers that can be able to facilitate the needs for operations and building administration. Currently, we have administration being taken care of with Sonoma Verde residents with Infomart. They have a 40+ call center that can be able to handle the load that's going to be taken in the next few months. Also, we have improvements that need to be done. We have money that we can be able to immediately take care in the next few months as well as meters that need to be automatic and not manual. In addition to that, this is not something that we just willy-nilly call up and thought about. I actually created a timeline that started months ago with the City Water Committee. And also, we were willing to do a lot of the paperwork. We even have an installation installed for people to be able to drop off payment. So if there's ever any doubt that we were not committed, we are. There's standard clauses that are in these agreements, but at the end of the day, if there's any issue with that, we can always have a conversation as early as tomorrow. So if you have any questions, I would like to be able to have a meeting as soon as possible tomorrow. I hope that you do sign this agreement so we can move forward, because at the end of the day, we all have the number one problem with capacity. And that's not going to happen overnight, but there are things that we can do as a municipality. So I hope that you will join us in a partnership to move forward and understand that we're thinking about public safety. We had a fire on May 4th, we had an incident on May 4th, May 5th we had a fire, and on May 7th we had a fire inside the city. We are concerned about our firefighters and every citizen that could be not have the potential of water to be used. We got to make sure our guys have every piece of equipment available to them. So I hope that you understand this is a public safety concern. Thank you for your time. I also gave Mr. Steve Hatfield and others a copy of the consumption report. If we're not getting that daily, I went ahead and took the liberty of contacting Rockwall. Mr. Sean Bell is one of our resources to give us the daily count. This is the information that our current residents need to know about what is the current usage right now, because we only have capacity for 2.1 million gallons a day. Thank you.
Hi, Francis Stibbens, 248 Harvest Ridge Drive, McLendon-Chisholm. I have a question. I'm just wondering who's running the admin side, bill collecting and whatnot. We're overdue for a bill, and I really don't want to see a bill in 3 months for thousands of dollars and saying pay now. So do you have any clue that, or can you tell us when somebody will be reading the meters and sending out bills? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kelly Liddell. I was a meter reader for RCH for 6 years, and my sister-in-law Amanda has been a meter reader, or was a meter reader, for 18 years. And I was reading Ms. Balkum's latest article where she says that at this time there is no meter readers available to read the meters. That's not true. I know for a fact at the last board meeting that when Dwight left, he gave your newly elected board president a list of names and contact information for people that can help him with anything on the system that he needs. And under meter readers was my name and my sister-in-law's name. We were willing to read the meters. I'm even willing in this transition period to help somebody else locate where the meters are, because when you get outside of Sonoma Verde, they're not that easy to find. Yep. And so I just wanted it to be known on record that I was willing to read them. My sister-in-law and I, we were just never contacted to do so. So, that's it. Thank you.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Mike Rose. I'm at 229 Pioneer Court in High Point Ranch. I think I speak for a lot of my neighbors. We're glad that there was movement in the board, new elections and all that stuff. And I'm a master plumber, so I've got some, insight into the water supplies and whatnots. And I've actually, I know some people at the Blackland water supply, and I'm here to, throw my vote towards you guys going with Blackland and not, going into McLendon-Chisholm. I don't think at this time McLendon-Chisholm has anything to offer us any more than what RCH has had thus far. They're a lot far behind on increasing the water capacity and the flow now. Speaking with some guys at Blackland, they said that they can immediately give us another 500,000 flow, within months, tapping into some of their supplies that they already have. On top of that, they've got access to the North Texas supply, where McLendon-Chisholm is beholden to Rockwall just the same as RCH is. So I think that you guys are making some moves in the right direction. I hope you keep doing it and don't go to McLendon-Chisholm.
Jeffrey Camp. I'm in High Point Ranch as well. I'm with Mike on this, going with Blackland or another water supply company that's already well established and already has systems in place. I think asking McLendon-Chisholm to build all this out or to outsource it to somebody else is just asking for more problems and longer times. It seems to me that when they sent over that agreement back in September, October, that's when everything seemed to stop in your plans to start building a tower and a water line. So if McLendon-Chisholm really had our best interest, they wouldn't have put a clause in there to state that you guys can no longer go into any more financial agreements. They would have let you move forward with that and start getting this tower built and getting these lines run. I don't think that, I mean, to me that sounds like McLendon-Chisholm just wants to drag their feet so that they can get ownership of it, and I have no desire for that. Thanks.
Yeah, I actually had a meeting with him at 1:15, so that's not, they're not doing anything.
Hi, I'm Scott Treff from High Point Ranch. I can't speak for everybody, but I can tell you that, we're looking for a partnership with a company or a municipality that can deliver a few things. Quality, reliability and availability of the product, and of course price. I think we've had major problems with almost all of those. The billing thing is a problem, that should be a pretty simple quick fix, but the availability, in a partnership, we work together. If there's a drought going on, we all cut back. That's the T. That's our part of the partnership. But if there's not a drought and we're being asked to cut back, that's on your side. That's a problem. And there's no T. So it has to be a partnership and accountability on both sides that we work together so that we can have this product be quality, be available, and be priced right. Thank you.
Stephen Smith, Custom Building and Design. I'm a developer and custom home builder. I was guaranteed water meters at the community I'm developing right off of 550 across from 39. I have a house ready for water meter and I'm getting no answer from anyone. So I'm just looking for answers of how I can get a water meter, who I need to talk to, so that we can guarantee water for these houses.
I'm Steve Franklin, I live at High Point Ranch, and I know you guys have a job that's not easy, probably not appreciated. But I'll say this, a couple of months ago, I got a water bill for $3,100. And I had a leak on my side of the meter. I understand it's on my property. But I was ill, laid up, couldn't walk my property, didn't even know the leak was there. It was underground for a long time. Had my buddy Mike Gross come and fix it, gave me an invoice. Tried to present that to your office, they wouldn't take it, and they wouldn't forgive any part of that $3,100 water bill. So we paid it, but I think you guys need to look at forgiveness. I asked for forgiveness from that water bill. Even tried to show the invoice, they didn't want any information on that. So just throwing that back at you. I know there's probably some other people that's had some high water bills. Sometimes you can't catch a leak until it's too late. I don't know what part of that, what that cost y'all out of that $3,100, but it was a hit to us. But anyway, just like y'all to think about maybe looking at some forgiveness on these high water bills.
Good afternoon, President Naylor and fellow board members. I want to thank you for this time to be able to speak up here. Obviously, the attendance in these meetings has grown, and obviously there's great concern out in our neighborhoods. I live in High Point Lake Estates, and I've been appointed by their HOA board as their water representative, if you will. I'm not part of the HOA board, but I've been tasked to come to these meetings, try to gather information to keep our residents updated. I'm not going to sit up here and hash What I think mistakes may have been made in the past, those are in the past. I think what's important for us all now is to come together and let's try to get this situation solved. I don't know what the answer is. There's several proposals out there. I understand that. At the end of the day, we need to do what's best for the residents. So I implore you to please work together. Let's try to get this issue resolved as soon as possible. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyone else? Going once, twice? All right. Close the open forums. I appreciate everybody's comments. Next on the agenda is banking resolutions. We need to update our banking resolutions to reflect the new board, and I propose that the resolution reflect signatories be the board officers. Open to comments or suggestions.
That sounds fine, but I'll include me as one of the signers.
So, I suggest Steve. Steve.
Should be Jackie.
Can you guys use your mics?
Can you, yeah, make sure you turn your microphones on.
We can't hear a word. You turn all your mics on, because you can leave them on, because you should be speaking, then everybody will be able to hear you, so they don't have to keep asking questions. So just keep your mic on and everybody will be able to hear you clear. And get close to it, but not on top of it.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, so we have, I'll entertain a motion to update the banking resolution. I guess Jackie, Steve, and myself. So I'll entertain a motion for that. So
Second.
any discussion? All in favor?
So the bylaws say it's supposed to be the secretariat.
With everything going on up front, the SCADA upgrade for now, but I do want to mention that the emergency interconnections, are talking with Tyler Hendrickson, our engineer. There's a spot over by High Point Ranch that would allow us, subject to an agreement with Blackland and the city of Rockwall, about Blackland's lines over there, and that would actually help provide backing for the system, and hopefully that actually would alleviate some of the water pressure issues at High Point Ranch. So I don't really have a cost estimate. I figured it would be around $200,000, but subject to the city of Rockwall and Blackland and RCH reaching an agreement. I entertain motions that allow that.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Transition items, we certainly heard some of this discussion, and given that certainly the viability and the other piece, the being of the multiple months usage and our current rates have a tier approach with that. I'd like to suggest that the board late fees that would be incurred, and we also adjust the monthly limits, recognizing multiple months, and then to the extent that members need to pay that off over a period of time, recommend that could be a very good deal. I'd like for us to take that action.
So, once again, David, was there 3 parts to that, I believe?
Yes. Yeah, waive fees, adjust or modify the use of the tiers on the usage. Is that under the tariff, it's the gallons charge level. And then work with those members that need to pay off for a period of time.
Would we be just modifying those tiers, or are we going to just go back to a flat
modify it for this transition period, and then to the extent we want to adjust the tariff, that's a different, we can make that a change later. This is, to me, this is just what we need to do at this time, recognizing that we're in transition.
Thanks, that's a good idea.
All right, now I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Audit update, they're still working on that. Banking resolution now will be able to get the banking statements to the auditors. So, and then with that, I will, it's 4:21, and I'll entertain a motion to go into exec session.
So
I hope not.
So when do we start getting the bill?
All in favor?
Sir, when are we gonna get billed? When's this gonna happen?
Sir, we're going to exec session.
We have to get it recorded that we're going in there because they have no attorney. Right, and I remind you to still have
And they really want to not turn it over to the city where we could get some legitimization.
Yes. We have no attorney, so we got it recorded, so. Yes, sir. We have no access to any of the financial records. We don't have access to the financial records, so we don't, but technically, no, they're not supposed to get paid.